is going on, guys? So in today's video we have a jam-packed one. We have my four-wheel drive truck that we're going to be putting on a winch bumper, and we got Trey's truck over here. As you guys know, the disaster detail truck that we did a few weeks ago. If you come around here, Trey, let's show them all the parts that you bought. We have a crap ton of work for this thing, and I'll let you kind of go ahead and tell them what you got since it's your truck. We got points, replaced those last video. In here are the flexible hoses, the two for the front, the one for the rear for the brakes, hardware kit for front and rear brakes, all the hardware there, brake shoes, front and rear, so completely redoing the brakes, everything except the drum like housing itself. Actually, I was in the middle of unboxing our new, Amazon special. Box, our new Amazon special Chinesium carburetor.
It'll be good.
Got some new fuel hose, so we aren't using that old crap that was.
Yeah, we'll do all the cab lines, fuel pump lines, everything.
Everything will be new. In here, got
cylinders.
Brake cylinders are in here. Yep. In here's the master cylinder, and there should be a starter solenoid in there as well. Cool. So with that new starter solenoid, all new battery cables, positive, negative cable go into the starter, so all that electrical will be new. Hopefully we'll be getting a lot harder starts from that, a lot more power from our starter, and just all around better electricity, because like even when I turn on the headlights and stuff, they're dim, so hopefully this will clear up the system.
Yeah.
And filter, oil treatment, as well as some oil.
1540 started off with new fuel pump. Yeah.
New fuel pump, and our little can of starting fluid if needed.
Heck yeah. So let's go ahead and start with probably what? The carburetor, you think?
Yeah, I'll probably, one of us will do the carburetor, and then if we're not in the way of each other, go ahead and put that new solenoid and cables on, because that's just simple. And then once the carburetor's on, we'll want to crank it, and might as well have the new cables on there when we're cranking it. So.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's a good start.
All right, guys, the carburetor is back off again. And I'm going to go ahead and take out this nasty old gasket. We are starting to get the solenoid off. We unfortunately got the wrong size cable, so we're going to reuse that for the time being. We are going to go back to the store. We got a lot to go back and get already, 5 minutes in, but we're going to go ahead and clean all our grounds off and make sure we have good connections, and then I'm going to go ahead and slap this new carburetor on. So we got the gasket surface clean. We got the new one right here. It comes with these nice little metal washer things inside of it, but looks good. So we're gonna go ahead and pop this sucker on. About got that complete as well. So knocking out two birds with one stone. Let's go ahead and bolt this sucker down and get the linkage all hooked up. Carburetor is on. This linkage for the 240s and 300 motors are so freaking easy compared to the other trucks, or maybe I'm just dumb, but I really like how easy this linkage rod is, and it's just all right there. So really glad we got that knocked out. Unfortunately, the fuel line is a little bit too large, so we're gonna go and just get a brake line from the parts store, get one that's the proper size, and just slap that sucker in there so it'll have a fresh fuel line. We're also going to go ahead and replace this as well, and we'll probably ought to do this one as well, but probably just leave it. But yeah, it's coming together well. I'm trying to get the ground bolt to go through for the new cable, and then we're going to attach it to the block right there. So almost getting there, and then we'll move on to the next thing. So we got the old fuel pump pulled off. It was not working, but got the new one right here. Just need to go ahead and put that fitting on this pump, and it should be good to go ahead and slap on. Came with new mounting bolts, or is this what is that? Oh, it's new fuel fittings.
Yeah, fuel fittings to put in there.
Sweet.
Screw it on. You got that wrench?
Yeah.
Need some PV blaster on it. Well, it doesn't fit anyway. I need a 1/4 inch drive probably.
So we're doing a little makeshift fuel line. We cut off one of the old bad pieces. It was super kinked. And like I mentioned earlier, we didn't have a port to go into this car, but the fuel pump kit actually had an extra one and it threaded right in. So we're gonna go ahead and put this fuel line on and hook it up right there, kind of going over the valve cover. Kind of a temporary setup, but it'll work just fine. So we're gonna go ahead and hook that up and shouldn't have any issues.
The tires were a present from my mom, so I didn't pay for them. So don't put that in the video.
Yeah, try to crank it.
I'll crank it. I'm gonna see if we're pulling fuel. Well, it's gotta prime the fuel pump and everything first, right?
Should be all right. Go ahead. And you blew a head gasket.
Wait, I think that's leftover starting fluid wanted to crank. Hold on, let me.
Keep it idle. Sounds really good. Need more gas. It's gonna run out. All right, very nice. We're good.
All right, sweet.
Go ahead.
Got it to idle. She said, "Go ahead." All right, now what we're going?
All right, now that we got the thing running, idling on its own, we're gonna go ahead and change the oil on it. And we're gonna probably dump this old coolant out and top it off just so we can run it for a little bit longer. But this old fuel filter or oil filter might be a pain, but we'll see. It looks, oh, it's an old Fram. So let's go ahead and get all this stuff off and fill it back up. Tight?
Yeah. Well, you can try it.
I'll do it with one hand.
I didn't have a good
All right.
angle on it.
Okay.
Anyway.
Tearing it.
Yep. Gosh. There we go. It's coming. Hey, it worked. This is kind of bush league, but it worked. I'm gonna have to put it back in there. Yep, I didn't want to do that.
There it goes. Jeez. Pull her out. It stinks.
It's very watery,
Really?
like thin.
Probably a lot of gas. All right, guys, so we got the bumper on there. Definitely not a fan of how it mounts. That sucker is not sturdy at all. We went ahead and tightened it down again, but I mean, just 2 bolts on each side. If you guys got one of these, let me know how you guys mounted it, because that can't be right. How could you put a winch right here, let alone stand on it, and it not just fall down? So let me know if you guys got one of these. We're trying to figure that out. We're gonna need to like dang near weld it, but from an aesthetic point of view, it does look good. Let me know what you guys think, but pretty much done with this truck for the night. So this is gonna be the first startup after we change the oil filter and got some fresh gas to it. So we're gonna see how she runs now And hopefully it doesn't have any nasty smells like it did like 10 minutes ago. So
Hopefully it'll work all that out of it,
Yeah.
out of itself. But all right,
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I thought it was too.
Piece of grass.
Yeah.
It ain't gas, it's grass.
Let's go check out the tailpipe.
Side marker lights on that side.
Yeah. They both work. That's surprising.
Side marker works on this one.
Oh, it does? Nice. That'll clear up once it runs for a while, that piston ring seat. See all the smoke.
And again, it's gonna need a bigger jug. Turn her off for now so we're not stuck in air.
Yeah, thankfully she runs really good. No knocking, nothing at all. And it seems like motor solid. It's gonna need to let it, hopefully we can drive it really soon and let those piston rings sit, but that's a massive win for
That
now.
is a win.
But all right, let's go ahead and get a bigger jug of fuel and kind of let it idle for like 10 minutes or so. Only issue we're having with this thing right now is the carburetor is leaking like crazy. We tried a different gasket, not having any luck. We think it's coming from the middle portion, but we're gonna tighten these screws down. Do they seem loose?
No,
No?
they seem tight as crap.
So we got to figure that out. We're not sure what's going on, but if we do, we'll catch up with you guys here in a minute. All right, see if we could fix the issue. We went ahead through this old metal plate / gasket and put another one on. We didn't double up, but we put a gasket on top of this plate and underneath. And that's kind of how the old setup was. So maybe that's what we were missing. We're about to find out, and hopefully it does not leak. Not leaking.
No.
Yeah.
What about this hole?
Do you feel anything?
Yeah, it's sucking.
Oh, that much?
Yeah. You can hear it on my finger.
Oh, heck yeah.
I think that's for the brake booster.
They don't have a brake booster.
If you were to run a brake booster on it. I mean, come
All
on.
right. Yeah, it just needs to be plugged off. Plugged off and then raise the idle.
Yeah. I'm waiting for now.
That didn't work, so we're experimenting with the old carburetor. We think this one's just junk. About to find out, maybe user error, but we're gonna go ahead and find out for sure. We're almost done tightening this thing back up. Got to put the linkage on, and hopefully we got some answers. But other than that, it runs really well.
It's not supposed to rain tonight, right?
Yeah, no. So everything's going wrong, guys. We're not sure. We might have another clip tomorrow, but we got to take a breather because this sucker just ain't cooperating. We're just probably kind of dumb. So we're going to go ahead and let our minds chill and then tackle this tomorrow. Alrighty, guys. So unfortunately, it got pretty late that night and we didn't get to finish up everything we wanted to do. And that carburetor ended up having a manufacturer flaw. So we got to return that one and get a new one here soon. But fortunately, we did get the fuel pump on. We got some new rubber lines in place. So next up is going to be, once again, getting another carburetor, and then we're going to go ahead and get the shoes on. But we did establish that engine runs very well, and it can run on its own until it starts leaking fuel all throughout the base of the carb.
But anyways, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed that video. We're actually going ahead and working on the 6.9 IDI as we speak. So stay tuned for that video, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.